So, one of the things that I want to look back on from 2022 is, the games that I ended up getting. Now, I know a lot of people like Angry Joe are going to do best and worst of lists when it comes to games, what they're looking forward to in 2023. And I'm kind of do something that like that similar here. Not, list off like 10, games that were worse than bad, or not list off 10 games I'm looking forward to, but basically games that I'm going to try to get my hands on this year at least, to add to the collection. But that's not what this video is about, though, right off the bat. Instead, this video is about me showing you what I did get video game-wise in the collection. Now, first of all, I think it should be noted that one of the games I did get digitally, and I think a lot of us did, was Multiverses. A lot of us got that game and have had fun with it. They great, and over time, Warner Brothers and Players First, I think, or Players Choice, whatever the company's name is, keeps updating it with new IPs to add to it that are under the WBD license, or household, if you will. So I ended up getting that. Of course, I tried out the Popeye game, which I got at the end of last year into this year, which I got for $1.99 off of Switch, and I think even the same on, on PS4. So I ended up getting that game both ways, for literally $4 altogether. And yeah, it's all right. I mean, I get what Re-Res and Angry Joe are talking about when it comes to the game, but it's okay. It's a time killer basically when you're like traveling and all that. If you don't want to take a lot of your other games with you. But as far as like physical games go, that's what we're here to talk about. That's what I'm here to show you and everything. And I'm going to start off probably with the system that I got the least amount of games for. In fact, there's two of them I got the least amount of games for this year. Outside of, like I said, the digital downloading of Popeye on one of them, and the digital downloading of Multiverses on the other. Popeye was on two, but, as far as the games I got less, it was around that, if you know what I mean. But with that said, let's talk about the ones that I at least got, at least basically got the emote. I basically went out and got, essentially. I went out and got, basically. And actually there was three. There was actually three I got, now that I think about it, because I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Didn't I get one when I started working and everything? But it was last year, so I'm assuming it was last year. I'm not really sure. I do apologize, but I did get the game, and I looked, on my channel, so I thought I got it this year, but that may not be the case, but because it lists last year, so when I started showing it, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyway, the two games that I ended up getting, first of all, for this system, these are the only two I got for the Xbox One, the Xbox Series S, if you will. And that was, of course, Halo. This is the Halo game I ended up getting right there. So I ended up getting Halo. I got that for the system. As you can see, I got that for the system. So, you always got to get a Halo game when it comes to Xbox. And then I got this one. This was the only other one, and I got it during Black Friday. And that is Nickelodeon's All Stars Brawl. And this, of course, is the game that when it first started, a lot of people weren't too sure about because of the limitations that it had. But over time, it has done some DLCs for new character fighters, as well as add in things that were not in there initially in the beginning. So I got Nickelodeon's All-Star Brawl, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which is basically Mario inspired, just like Multiverses is. Then for the Switch, like I said, outside of getting Popeye, and I think I did get this other one there too. Now that I think about it, trying to think what else did I end up getting and everything. I can't really recall too much. But I think, yeah, I think these three were the ones I got, now that I think about it, because I did get them, I believe, when I started working at Target. So I think, yeah, these do fall into that category of what I got at Target. And these are the Nintendo ones. I'm trying to see if they're more than what I have on the PS4. No, they're about the same. Yeah, about the same on the PS4. So what's up with Nintendo? And I think one of the first ones I got when I started working there was, of course, if I can dig it out here, Street Fighter's 30th anniversary collection. We now know it's the 35th anniversary of the series, but I got this when they celebrated the 30th anniversary, and it was being sold at my job for about 20 bucks, I believe. So I ended up getting that, the Switch version. I did play it recently to kind of, just have something to do while I'm, biding the time and not on the computer or watching TV. The other thing I got, of course, was Sonic Mania. I got Sonic Mania when I was at my job. My first couple of months. I ended up getting that. So, really happy about that. Played that a little bit. Then, of course, just for funsies, got Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy combo set. For my job. And then, of course, recently, over the past several months, I got Mario Strikers Battle League, which is a really cool game. You've seen me show footage of that here on my channel. And then, of course, My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure, which is actually a nice little game that they brought out for the MLP franchise and for a lot of consoles. Very simple, very easy to pick up and enjoy and play. So I'm happy about that. And then, of course, for the system that apparently I've got more games for than these two combined, because I have a lot of PS4 games. I do have some right here. And the first one, outside of Multiverses, of course, was 2K22. Had to get that. Had to keep up the tradition. Got 2K22. And I'll tell you this, 2K22 is a vast improvement over 20 and 19, basically. It's a vast improvement. There's still a few things here and there that have to be worked on, but vast improvement there. Then, of course, the second one I ended up getting was the Cowabunga collection for Ninja Turtles. The collection of all the classic arcade and classic console, SNES, Genesis, NES games, Game Boy games. Got that. Had to get that. Got that in the collection. And then, of course, recently, I ended up getting, before I show you that, I ended up getting Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the newer version. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the newer edition. I played a little bit of it, and look, I'm not the best at these first-person shooters, especially, when you're online, but I do what I can. It takes time to learn these things. I can tell you right now, my oldest nephew would probably be an expert at this right off the bat. So I got that. And then, of course, played a little bit of this already. Haven't gotten through it all yet. Sonic Frontiers looks really good from what I've seen and played. Can't wait to try to finish it off when I get enough time. Next week I will have a lot of time, so maybe I'll look into doing that then. And then recently got this one, the Capcom Fighting Collection, which is really nice to have, especially when you consider all the games that they have involved in it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the games that I've gotten for all three major consoles that I own. Like I said, outside of the Multiverses on PS4 and Popeye both on PS4 and Switch, these are pretty much all the games I got. So, I'll say this, I didn't have a year like, let's say, Metal Jesus Rock has had or anybody else has had, but at least I got what I could, in the collection over time. Now, as far as this upcoming year goes, what is the main goal game-wise? Well, of course, if they stay on track with it, the main goal for, games in general is to get WWE 2K23, to get AEW Fight Forever, to get Street Fighter 6 when they bring that out, and try to get my hands on some games that came out last year or so for the PS4s and everything, and try to basically get something along the lines of, you know, the new Horizon game instead of the new God of War game and all that. And really, that's all I can think about, you know, as far as like what games to obtain into the collection. The ultimate goal, basically, at the end of the, you know, throughout this year, depending on how my hours go, and this is why I always say, you know, come out. This is why I always say to come and support me at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2 and Cash App at, you know, BW Roses 98. Mainly because of the fact that it would help me thrive towards my goal of either getting an Xbox Series X or a PS5, because I want to get one of those games. Because the plan basically I have is to take these two consoles that I have in my room and put them in the rec room. That's what I've been doing a lot with some of the consoles that I've had for a while. I take them and I move them over to the rec room so that if we have family over, everybody could go play the consoles in there. Well, I have the newer ones in my room. So the main goal, basically, console-wise, is to get PS4, oh, not PS4, but to get PS5 and Xbox Series X. I'm also probably looking at the OLED Switch, if you will, the OLED version of the Switch maybe, so I can probably have a Switch in here. But again, we'll have to see, you know, what the future holds. Now, like I said, helping me in that area would be greatly appreciated. At, you know, with, you know, support at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2 and Cash App at BW Roses 98. Also supporting me at Teespring, getting some merchandise there would help out. You know, listening to my BW Roses Discussions podcast and all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora would be another way of doing that as well. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come on here and show you the games that I got for all my current consoles and everything throughout the year. I do know that I've gotten some classic games as well. Maybe I'll show you those, maybe not. Basically, long story short, they're just Atari games that I got for the Retron and for the Retro Plus. I think I showed you those last year, not last year, but in 2021 when I got those consoles. So I don't think I have to show you those right now. But mainly this video, I should say, was just to show you what I got this year, you know, or this past year, and what my goals are for this upcoming year as well. But let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if any of these games got, you know, into your possession in 2022, and what are your goals game-wise and console-wise here in 2023. Let me know down below and in the live chat during the premiere, and I'll talk to y'all later.